In a dramatic crackdown on video game piracy, Nintendo has once again shown its relentless damn pursuit of anyone infringing on their IP. This is anybody. I don't care who you are. But this time, their target was none other than James Archbox Williams. Yes, Mr. Archbox. Shout out, Mr. Archbox. Mr. Archbox, you're going to get a shout out here. You're going to get a shout out here, Mr. Archbox. All right? Mr. Archbox is a key figure in the illegal distribution of pirated Nintendo Switch games. And I'm going to break down how one of the biggest companies tracked him down. Right? Nintendo tracked him down very easily. I'm not even going to lie. Dr. Specimen, co-host, he's right now. He's got a lot of things going on. But Dr. Specimen could have tracked this down. He could have tracked him down. Could have tracked him down real good. Now, before I talk about the story, I got to talk about Archbox. Archbox, I ain't going to do you like that, man. I was a person who was in this scene as we were all, I got Mofoil theme made after me. Shout out to the developer of Tinfoil. You get the biggest shout out, dude. Everybody, if you can find that, anybody, actually clip this. If you can find that, I want you to put that here. There was, and I'm not sure if it's still the case, but you could actually download Tinfoil directly from the website. And and this is for Nintendo Switch, custom Nintendo Switch, for everybody don't know. And there is a theme in there that says Mofoil, and it's actually me. Big shout out to the developer of that, man. Because one thing that I did is I shout out the small developers, man. They need their shout outs, and I got the credit back. So I just got to put that out there. So Archbox, I go with you. You know, we was all in this, we was all talking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't with you with the pirate shit, but we was all talking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wasn't talking to you. So, I want to go ahead and break down a couple different things from the timeline of events because I think this is very important. From 2019 to 2023, Archbox, aka James Williams, moderated the Switch Pirate subreddit and promoted pirated Switch game shops like Jack in the Shop and Neko Drive. I wasn't supposed to clap. I'm sorry, Nintendo. I cut it off. I stopped the clap. I stopped it. The Jack in the Shop was rocking. Tell the truth, y'all. Y'all use Jack in the Shop. I ain't use it, but it was rocking. I ain't use it. The Jack in the Shop was rocking though. All right. 2023. Okay. Nintendo hires the law firm Mitchell, Silberg, and Knupp to actually investigate online piracy. A lot of people do not know this, but this was in 2023. Nintendo hired this law firm. And when Nintendo starts hiring law firms, I want you people to know law firms don't have a bunch of dummies working there. These are a lot of well-educated people who've learned the methods, okay, of grabbing evidence, finding exactly what they need for the specific law that you are violating. So it's very rough when someone hires a law firm to come after you because there are many different laws that they are familiar with that you are unfamiliar with that you may even break and not even know it. Okay? So in early 2024, Nintendo links Archbox alias to James Williams. Okay? This was in early 2024. They did this by using multiple online accounts. And they use further investigation to tie his email address and physical locations to Nintendo repair records in Surprise, Arizona. That's nasty work. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't know how I feel about that. Y'all. That's kind of nasty work. So just think about this. Imagine you're signing up. Now, granted, this may be all legit. I don't know when it breaks down in court. But what Nintendo actually did was grab every piece of evidence. And even, like it says, they used evidence from multiple accounts. So these accounts could possibly belong to other people. Like they could possibly belong to other people. But they've somehow proven to themselves that these accounts belong to him. So they have to prove in court that all these accounts belong to him. If they're now using accounts that do not belong to him and they're relaying information to accounts that are not James Williams, Nintendo, that's a huge mistake. That's going to be nasty, especially confidentiality on anybody you're releasing that information on. Using accounts they gathered from a multitude of accounts. I don't know if these accounts had the same first name, last name, and things like that, but these accounts all seem to be used to gather information for Archbox. Damn. Nasty work, Nintendo. Nintendo, that's nasty work. I don't even give you credit for that, Nintendo. That's my bad, y'all. My bad. Nintendo actually sent Williams in March of 2024 a cease and desist letter, which he acknowledges and actually promised to comply with. Now, pirate shops associated with him are currently down. All right? Currently down. But so far, the cease and desist, once he got it, he immediately said, bam, stopped. But that was in March of 2024. That means it takes time to file a lawsuit, which, of course, of July 2024, Nintendo filed a lawsuit against James Archbox Williams for his role in selling pirated games and offering circumvention tools to modify consoles.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Damn. Woo! So, now everybody says, why is this coming up now, Nick? Well, guess why? There was current updates in the case. This is something we spoke about. I spoke with Dr. Specimen about this actually a while ago. But nonetheless, James, all right, Archbox, my dog Archbox, dot me up, man, because damn, it's rough for you. He failed to respond to court proceedings, resulting in a default judgment in favor of Nintendo. Guys, default judgment. Default judgment. Can we talk about that? Default judgment. So I'm going to give you guys an idea of what a default judgment could look like for Archbox. Have no idea. Have not even looked into the paperwork. We're going to look more into it. But I'm going to give you guys an idea. Let's say Nintendo wants to charge $2,500 per infraction. Right? Per infraction. What is a infraction? That will be the next question. An infraction is any pirated game, pirated software, maybe also the transferring of it, the communication about it. You start adding up these infractions and you start getting into the millions. Some people have even seen billions. And I know it's absurd when you think about it in a court sense, but I'm going to tell you why. The reason they use these infractions in a court of law is because it's always not going to look good when you have a certain amount of money per infraction. One, they have to prove every single infraction, okay? But in this case, it's a default judgment, so they don't have to prove shit. But typically, you would have to prove it's a default judgment, okay? If I think about it, $2,500, and let's just say 100. You're already talking about 250,000. That's 100 infractions. We get higher. What are we talking about? 2.5 million? 25 million? 250 million? You see where I'm going? That's fast. Faster than a lot of people think. Now, let's get to the juice. Williams, aka Archbox, had been a significant figure in the piracy community, moderating a Reddit forum with nearly 190,000 members and operating pirate game shops, okay? Despite his prominence in the piracy world, he made a few critical mistakes when he revealed that personal information that investigators used to trace back to him. Now, Nintendo further confirmed his identity through those repair requests as well when he submitted them to the company. So he submitted repair requests directly to them. I'm going to speak further on that. But he linked his email and shipping together, and that might be how they got him. I think that's how they got him, linking the shipping address, email address. You can't get by that. Now, let's break down a couple other things. Through this pursuit, it's going to remind all of us that there's real consequences. The gaming industry continues to battle piracy, but guess what? For pirates, they're still going to pirate. This is not going to stop it, Nintendo. Let me be the first to tell you, Nintendo, pirates are going to pirate. All right? I gave up. I turned over my flag. So Nintendo, you can't come for me. I'm just going to keep it real. Coming from somebody who's been in the underground for real. It ain't just pirate. You got a mix. You got I ain't even gonna say really a mix. It's mostly pirates, mostly folks who just want to play games for free, right? But they're not gonna pay for your game anyway. Like, they're not gonna buy your game, Nintendo. There's a lot of people that are not gonna buy your game, seriously. They don't plan on buying your games. And they pirate, right? But there are people who can't afford your games that pirate. And those people probably even start a business. And then they start doing things like selling pirated games. Let me stop. I ain't gonna do that, man. I ain't gonna do that. All right, that's my guy, James William Archbox, man. Shout out to him, dap him up. We all been back there. Harry Knuckles and all dap me up. But seriously though, Nintendo has gotten out of hand with their aggressive tactics. Anything that's going around their IP, they are tackling. As I do videos, I'm going to let a lot of people know, if you like Nintendo Switch, I'm doing homebrew Nintendo Switch videos. I'm going to be doing them now. But the reason I stopped doing any Nintendo Switch videos, I actually was a big advocate of putting out videos showing people, I don't even want to say teaching, showing people how to run different custom firmwares on their Nintendo Switch. But once videos start getting taken down and you risk losing your channel, you realize that shit ain't worth it just to teach people how to run it. So I had to say no. I had to stop it. I deleted all those videos. It was 75% of my views at the time. It was over 1 million views. Thank God I hit 1 million views again, right? So everybody there, yeah, thank you, clap, you know what I'm saying? Ain't even a big deal to me. It ain't nothing. I hit 1 million views again. But the fact that I lost so many views and lost 1 million views, I went under 1 million, and that's crazy. Bro, that's crazy to even think of. So to anybody out there with channels who cover Nintendo Switch videos, just be light. When I do these homebrew videos, I don't want to mention Nintendo a lot. Also, I want to showcase the homebrew itself. I don't really talk about the custom firmware that's running on it or teach you how to run it. That's not my job. I really go into how to run the homebrew. That's it. So y'all, shout out Archbox. I hope you get through this, man. Maybe you want to start a Kickstarter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And we can help you out. But yo, you got a default judgment against you with Nintendo. You might as well carve yourself a new poop shoot. Because what's about to happen is crazy.